Hi, my name is Ashley Bell, and you're watching Ken Boxer Live on TVSB. Check out my latest documentary, Lovin' Bananas and Elephant Stores.
Terry Ryken Realtor proudly presents Ken Boxer Live. From the American Riviera in Santa Barbara, California, it's Ken Boxer Live, Santa Barbara's one and only entertainment talk show. Let's welcome the host of the show, Ken Boxer.
Thank you so much. You're very kind. Oh, the whistle. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I'm Ken Boxer, and this is Ken Boxer Live. We've got a great show for you this evening, but before we really start, I always, for the last 4 weeks, have been, let me put this out, Ellen DeGeneres, we have been inviting you for the last 4 shows to come and appear on Ken Boxer Live. We want you here, don't we, everybody, to come as a guest? Yes, of course. So, Ellen, we want you here, and if you're watching, please get a hold of us. We'd love to have you sitting with us right here. But I have to tell you, who is here tonight, an amazing actress. I'm so delighted to have her here because her body of work for such a short period of time is quite great. We have with us tonight the star of, or she puts it, the co-star of a documentary called Love and Bananas. We're going to be discussing that documentary with her in just a moment. But you might recognize her from her two iconic movies of several years ago. One was called The Last Exorcism. The other one was called The Last Exorcism 2. And we have with us tonight, everybody, the most fantastic and hardworking Ashley Bell with us, joining us. So, don't you go away, everybody. We'll be back right after this.
Ken Boxer Live is brought to you by the following sponsors. Palazzo Italian Restaurant, where people don't leave there hungry or thirsty. Gustafson Dance, meeting the highest standards in dance training. The Eagle Inn, a family-owned hotel near the beach in Santa Barbara. And now, back to our show.
Welcome back. Joining us this evening is probably one of our generation's most talented actresses, Ashley Bell. Her leading roles, as I mentioned, in the 2 popular classic films, The Last Exorcism and The Last Exorcism Part 2, received immediate critical acclaim. Along with her numerous film and television appearances, Ashley just recently directed, produced, wrote, and starred in the newly released documentary called Love and Bananas, which is an amazing story about the rescue of an Asian elephant to safety in Thailand. So let's now welcome the very lovely, very talented, and hardworking Ashley Bell, everybody. Welcome. You're no stranger to Santa Barbara.
No, I spent my summers growing up in Santa Barbara, actually. My dad had a beach house bachelor pad way back in the 70s when a croissant was unknown to Santa Barbara. And I lucked out and got a chance to grow up running around the beach and playing here.
So I get to be the first one to welcome you back
well,
to
thank
Santa
you
Barbara.
so
Let's welcome
much.
her back, everybody. Yes. Ashley, before we get into some of the movies, talk about your background a little bit. I know that you have, let's talk about high school. What were you like in high school as a student, as an actress?
Oh, in high school, it was a little bit of a tough case. I actually had a boy's haircut that I was growing out before junior high, so it was uneven, and I was actually called Sir everywhere. So my mom actually proposed to me. She said, "Why don't you grow it out, just a little bit for the start of school?" So I was like, "Okay, great," but the edges were uneven, so my mom permed it. Which was stunning. That when you enter high school, junior high, and that you're forever that girl. And I think I had like scoliosis, so I had a rolly backpack. Yeah, I definitely, I went there.
And
but
this was all in high school.
it was in junior high.
junior high, okay.
Yeah, it's just this androgynous rolly backpack kind of figure. But I found acting, and I found doing the theater department and doing acting in plays, and being on stage allowed me to be other people and transform and
Right.
and do all that.
But you went to one of the famous high schools in New York, right?
Oh.
The theater, what's it called?
Oh
Where
yeah,
did- where
for college I
Performing
actually
arts.
went. Oh, for college I went to NYU.
Okay.
Yeah, and I for high school I grew up in LA.
Oh.
But my mom actually was one of the founding members of the Groundlings, which is a big improv comedy
Oh, you're hearing everyone
theater.
saying, wow.
It was it's a beloved theater, and as a teenager, my mom actually put me in it immediately because for her, it helped her find her voice as an actress and get over all inhibitions. So, as
Was there a lot of comedy in your family
yes,
as a result?
yes, tons. It was.
But your father was also in the business, or still
That's-
is, perhaps.
Yes, absolutely. My dad actually did a lot of on camera and then mainly found his niche doing voiceovers. So he did the Rugrats and the Smurfs and Transformers and G.I. Joe and Voltron and
So you really have come from an entertainment family
yeah.
background.
Yes, I had the best bedtime stories in the world growing up.
Was there ever a time you didn't want to do acting? Or in the business?
Oddly enough, I think I did a commercial when I was like 10. I started visiting my mom, when she was working, and I was like, I want to do this, and she kind of went, oh no.
Well, when did you get the feedback? Oh, that she said, oh no.
Yeah, oh no, for sure, because who wants to subject their kid to, rejection or kind of the
Right.
harder parts of the entertainment industry. And,
Well, were they supportive of your decision?
yes, they were. Yes, they saw me do some shows in high school and everything, and they got behind me.
Well, I'm
yeah.
kind of curious, what are some of the things that you did before acting? When you were,
Oh my God! I think I wanted to be an environmental lawyer. I also wanted to be a fireman. But it always kind of came back to acting because I was fascinated with learning, with being other people, and also learning a skill set to do the other person justice, or learning a physicality or a mannerism or a way of speech. To do the research and transform like that was always interesting for me.
well, how did you go from Broadway to motion pictures? Because you did Broadway.
I did, yes, I did. Thank you so much. I did. I was lucky enough to do Machinal on Broadway at the Roundabout, and it was always, I went to college at NYU, and they train you to be an actor, and I think when I made the decision to be an actor, my parents wanted to make sure I knew my craft and could have a shot at longevity in the business. So. Studying theater was a big part of that, and when I found when you study theater, you can do both. You can do theater and then do TV and film, and kind of switch back and
Well,
forth.
was it easy for you to get these? I mean,
Oh no!
no, the auditioning, right?
Yes.
I hate that.
I mean, it's auditioning is a chance to act, which is fabulous. And that's all you want. As an actor, you're very much called upon to dance. You have to wait for somebody to say, you're the one, this
But that
part's
rejection,
yours.
though, you hear about that.
That's-
getting rejected.
Oh yeah, yes, there's,
You gotta have thick skin, right?
you do, you have to have very thick skin. And I always say, I mean, for me, the job is vacation. It's in between jobs that feels like work. The rejection feels like work, but to be an actor, to be fortunate enough to work and to do movies and collaborate, and even to take the step towards directing and working with the incredible production companies and teams that came on board to do Love and Bananas is everything you strive for as an artist, to just keep
Right.
being allowed to do that.
Well, how did you get the Last Exorcism? That was an amazing role.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously,
Thanks
it was
so
a
much.
wonderful role.
Thank you.
And how did you get it?
They were looking for an unknown because it was they were shooting it in a documentary style, so they were looking for an actress that audiences wouldn't have a preconceived notion about who that person was. So I literally just graduated NYU. I moved back to LA. I'd been home for about a year doing theater in LA, and my agent just sent me out on the audition, and
You got it.
and there was a lot of improv on the audition, and actually for the callback, they had me get exercised in the room.
Really?
Yes. They had me get exercised. They had this wonderful actor come in, and they were like, okay. And the director, Daniel Stam, was there. He's just this brilliant director. And he said, all right, we're going to do an exercise. I said, oh, okay, great. And he goes, we're going to have you get exercised in the room. And I said, okay, cool. He's like, all right, you ready? And I said, oh, can I lay down? And he goes, yes, of course you can. And they took the chair away, and I laid down, and they did an exorcism. And
And you got the
before I
part.
knew it, I was in New Orleans doing it for real in a shed. So
Very cool. Now,
a lot of fun.
you brought a clip with you.
Yes.
Psychopaths.
Yes.
You just recently completed that, just a few years ago?
Yes.
or something?
Yeah, I did Psychopaths with an incredible director, Mickey Keating. This was the second film we collaborated on together. The first one was Carnage Park. Carnage Park went to Sundance. Psychopaths went to Tribeca. I'm really proud of this film. Mickey's a brilliant director, and in the film I play a psychopath who is stuck in a delusional reality where she thinks she's in a 1950s Hollywood musical.
And that's what we're going to be seeing?
That is what you're going to see,
Okay,
yes.
let's watch Ashley Bell, Psychopath.
Good evening, Poughkeepsie. Ladies, gentlemen. You look like a friendly crowd. Why do things like this? Like what? You know exactly what I mean. No, I don't. Daddy always said, a woman is a perfect match for a man with money to burn. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Make a mess. You made a mess. Stop. You made a mess. Make a mess. You always do it. Well, you know what they say. Can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. Am I right? I don't think that applies to situations like this. Well, in either case, what's done is done. You're awful sometimes. You know that? I don't know why you wear all that makeup. It's not like it's gonna help. Keep the love light glowing. Try to charm me in your eyes. So, you think that's gonna make it go away? That's gonna make me stop true. You're gonna stutter now, are you? Keep the love still here. Stop. Stop it. Stop. You can't force me to do anything you don't want me to do.
Ashley Bell, if you're just joining us. That's very eerie to watch that.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, what I wanted to do though is talk about this new documentary. This is
Yes.
very exciting. I mentioned it at the intro. Tell us about it. Why'd you do this?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Love and Bananas has been a passion, well, they're all passion projects, but it's been a documentary I've been working on for 5 years. It's the story of about the rescue of a 70-year-old partially blind Asian elephant and her journey literally across Thailand, 500 miles to freedom at an elephant sanctuary. And for the film, I partnered with world-renowned Asian elephant conservationist Lek Chilert. She's a Time Magazine Hero of Asia. She's been recognized by Hillary Clinton. She works on the front lines and risks her life to save elephants all throughout Southeast Asia. And when I mean, you know, growing up, I was a vegetarian and environmentally aware, so I knew, you know, who she was, and she's kind of a rock star of conservation. And I was a bit tongue-tied when I met her at first. But what really was the inspiration for the film was she carries this iPad with her at all times to record everything, and it's also to protect her. And on the iPad, I saw the footage of what it took to rescue these elephants. And it was the most hopeful, electric, harrowing, daunting, victorious footage I'd ever seen. And I was like, that's the story. That's the story that's demanding to be told. And I asked her, can I come with you on an elephant rescue? And she said, if you can hang, you can come. And I was like, well, I'll figure out how to hang, but I'm coming. and this was the result.
And I watched it, and it was cathartic, eye-opening. I advise everybody to see it. In fact, tell us, you're going to be here again September 21st.
September 21st, yes. Myself and Lech Chilert, this world-renowned conservationist, will be coming to do a screening and a meet and greet and a Q&A.
At the Marjorie Luke Theater.
Yes, at the Marjorie Luke Theater. So,
right. But you said it took 5 years to do.
Yes.
What was going on in that 5 years to set you up for the time to actually leave?
For sure, yeah. It actually took, from when I first met Lech, it took 2.5 years for a rescue to actually happen. And there were 2 false starts where I would get a message from Lech saying, she's found an elephant, and I would rally a team, and before you knew it, the rescue had completely dissolved because the elephant was sold to a circus, or was sold to another trekking camp, or a logging facility. The actual rescue we went on was the rescue of an elephant used for trekking. That's Elephant Rides. And she was being released from her situation, and we had to get there as fast as possible before the owner changed his mind or the elephant was sold to.
Were you in any danger from either the poachers or government work or government officials? You ever felt danger?
No, we really worked under Lech's wing. She had the situation really contained, so we were with her at all times. And but yeah, in terms of danger, we were taking a 8,000-pound elephant on the back of a truck for 23 hours. So yes, there was a constant threat of what's going to happen. And actually in the middle of the rescue, because it was in the middle of summer, it was extremely hot, and actually the elephant suffered heat stroke. And at that moment, we didn't know if we would actually be able to make it or not. And when you think about these creatures, they're just like us. Like Noi Na was 70. Elephants live equal to human lifespans. Lech has an elephant that's 102. They established families and friends. And
you became friends with the elephants. I mean, there's a picture of you with this woman.
Yes.
Underneath several elephants. Were you at all ever afraid?
Of course, 100%. I could have been a smush on the ground very quickly. But that moment was the most significant moment of my life. And I got a chance to experience that because I was with Lech, who's mom to them. Well,
there's some great moments, several great moments through this documentary. But let's watch the trailer, which I think all our audience would love to watch, and we can talk about those moments that I really that captured me.
Fabulous.
Okay, let's watch Love and Bananas.
I start to think, if the planet don't have elephant, this planet empty for me. They are the color of the planet. They are beautiful. If we want to protect them, we have to do right now.
Asian elephants are captured from the wild to be used as service animals or are put on display in zoos and circuses. Every single captive elephant across the world has one thing in common, is that they have all been through something called the crush box.
I have to educate people. It's so frustrating for me. Sorry.
Okay, today's the day.
leaving for Thailand and Cambodia on an elephant rescue.
Oh my God.
How'd you like to be an elephant down there? There's no place for them to go this wild. Where they exist, there is often human conflict.
Look at their eyes. They want to be freedom like us.
She stopped drinking water. We're still trying to move as fast as we can.
They want me to put everything under carpet. I will speak. Even my life will be suffered.
He's never let them be free.
This is the first time.
So you're breaking the chain.
They accept you as the herd now.
Oh, Lek.
Everybody, I loved that documentary, and even watching it brought back some memories, those poignant moments where the owner of that park
Yeah.
was converted. He converted into a sanctuary for the elephants rather than abusing them.
Absolutely. Spoiler alert. Yes, and since filming, actually, Lek has turned 19 other trekking camps into humane sanctuaries. You know, it's this philosophy that she has. When you watch her work, she rehabilitates these elephants with love. She treats them with dignity and with respect, and these elephants who have endured severe mental and physical abuse are somehow able to forgive and trust her.
Well, the part when the elephant is free and unchained,
Yes.
and you see it's just roaming, and
Yes.
Lek,
Yes.
Lek was able to tell you what was going on, how the elephant was feeling,
Yes.
what's going on. She has to somehow assimilate with the other elephants. I found fascinating.
Exactly. I those were my favorite parts, and Lek regards them as people. She says, these people meet these people, and I would love leaning over to her and asking, what are they saying? What are they doing? And Lek, I mean...
But she tells you.
She tells you, yes, which is the best. And, you know, she's with them all the time. And what we wanted with this film is we wanted to make it high on action, and there are no sit-down interviews. It's fast-paced. It's also low on graphic content. So many kids have shown up to see the film in theaters, and we've been able to bring the film into schools because I wanted to take people on an elephant rescue.
Well, will there be a sequel?
Oh, that's so kind of you to ask.
And it just lend itself to, after watching this, you go, well, you're going to get to see what this elephant is like a year from now, or any other elephants going into that park.
Yes, well, thank you so much. There's been a lot of interest, which is really exciting, and I hope to be able to announce kind of some updates soon. But actually, Noina enjoys, the elephant we rescued, enjoys afternoon soaks in the river, as do we all. And she's actually gained 1,000 pounds. So now she's proper elephant weight. So,
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful.
It's a lot of bananas. So.
And that's where the name came from, the Love and Bananas, right?
Yes, yeah.
You throw that in there in the documentary.
Yeah, Lek has proven that you don't need bull hooks to guide an elephant. You can guide an elephant with love and bananas, which, it's a metaphor for how we regard animals and treat animals with love and respect, and especially endangered creatures like
Well, I
Asian
couldn't
elephants.
help but notice when I was watching it
Yeah.
that knowing that in the genre that you're coming from, a lot of it has
Yes.
to do with horror. And when I was watching this documentary, I was thinking this is the most real horror show I'm watching, when you're seeing the torture that some of these elephants go through.
Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Having a background in horror actually really helped with the building of this, because with horror you hide the monsters, and it's all about the tease. With Love and Bananas, we're not hiding the truth, but we did want to pace out how much we show, and we really wanted to keep that low so that audiences could feel comfortable watching the film.
But you still cringe when you
You
see
do,
those
yeah,
poor
they're-
elephants in those boxes.
Yes, that is the work that Lek Chyler does on the front lines, and she's risked her life getting that content. It's this process known as the crush box. The footage in the film is footage that she's risked her life to get. Elephants are taken away from their mothers and they're put in a box and beaten until the bond between the baby and the mother is replaced by the fear of man and the fear of the bullhook. And that's what a lot of captive elephants used for entertainment have to endure.
Well, it's nice to see that somebody and you are doing something about it. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
And I
It's
appreciate that.
all
So does
Lek.
everybody else.
All Lek.
Appreciate that. We only have about 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Tell us, people can watch this on iTunes?
Yes.
Tell us all the places.
Love and Bananas is available worldwide on iTunes. We're also playing on Stars all the time. You can also rent and download us on Vudu and Google Play and all online. And
I thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
you.
Ashley Bell. Ashley Bell. Well, that's our show for tonight. So for our guest, Ashley Bell, and for our director, Nick Ferretti, and the entire KBL crew, I'm Ken Boxer. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Ken Boxer Live is brought to you by the following sponsors. Terry Ryken, your broker with a personal touch for all your real estate needs. Gustafson Dance, meeting the highest standards in dance training. Giovanni's Pizza, the best pizza in Santa Barbara. The Lovin' Spoonful, yogurt at its finest. The Daily Grind, espresso, juice, and deli. Spudnuts Donuts. Palazzo Italian Restaurant, where people don't leave there hungry or thirsty. The Eagle Inn, a family-owned hotel near the beach in Santa Barbara. Petrini's Family Restaurant. La Quinta Inn and Suites. Country Catering, Meat Market and Deli. Lido's Takeout. Jack's Bagels and Bistro. The Ken Boxer Live musical theme composed and arranged by Mr. Michael J. Leslie. From all of us at Ken Boxer Live, I'm Baron Ron Heron. Good night, everyone.